Hey everyone, and welcome to the channel. My name is Ash, and today I'm reviewing Wobbledogs on Xbox. Now, this was developed by Uprising and published by Secret Mode, who are kind to send us a copy for this review. It was released on the 23rd of May 2023, and it's priced at £15.99 and playable on Xbox One and Xbox Series X and S. Now, this is a weird little game. It's basically a weird 3D pet raising game where you basically have to raise these weird physically driven sort of wobbly dogs that look like they've got like jelly legs and jelly bellies and stuff like that, and they sort of like walk really funny. It's a super chill game. Kind of reminds me of like a Tamagotchi on steroids. So not only do you have to ensure that these dogs are fed and enjoying their playtime and they've got enough sleep and stuff like that, but you also have the ability to sort of change the dog's DNA by what you feed them. And you can also breed them as well to make even more dogs that are more weird and wonderful. Now, this game is a very much a sandbox style game. You'll start off with a very quick tutorial that very much goes over the very basics of the game, sort of like how to feed the dogs and stuff like that, and to hatch eggs and stuff. After this sort of like 5-minute tutorial, you're on your own, and that's it. It's all about finding out what you've got to do, figuring out sort of the best combinations of food, because the food that they eat, goes into flora in the stomachs, and every so often as they progress in age, they go into this sort of like cocoon stage, and then they sort of mutate more and grow. And obviously, if you feed them certain foods, they'll change in certain ways and stuff like that. Now, that's basically the game. It's very simple, but it is pretty confusing when you first get started. Bar a very quick tutorial, you'll end up spending a lot of time trying to figure out exactly how the controls work and what does what and how can you get the dogs to do certain things and not do certain things and stuff like that. The game itself takes place in a very sort of confined area. You start off in this one room. It's very bland. There's not much in it. You put like a feeder in there and like an egg dispensary. After that, as you're progressing and you're just playing along, having fun, you'll randomly sort of like complete quests, which you can see the list of, but you'll just sort of hit them as you're playing. When you get these, you'll unlock new walls and floors and stuff like that. Anything from like Halloween ones to sort of like kids' playroom style ones and stuff like that. You'll also get items that can go in your rooms for the dogs to interact with and stuff. There's balls and toys and stuff for them to play with. And that's about it. You will progress, like I say, you will get more dogs that you're able to have. You're also able to breed the dogs, so you can sort of combine two of them together to get the best DNA match to get a better dog, that sort of thing. But it's a very, very weird game. Now, it's very simple. It definitely reminds me of like Katamari and those sort of weird PS3 sort of Japanese games they had in its art style. And I will give it credit. It's a nice, fun little game where you can just waste a few hours and not really think about it. It's got very colourful graphics, very nice in that sort of sense. But it is a bit confusing, like I say. It's one of those weird games where there isn't enough sort of information out of the bat. And I'm not one for massive long tutorials, but this game does make you work to sort of try and figure out what you need to do, and it just gets a bit more annoying as you're playing and you're trying to do something and the dogs are just totally ignoring you. Now, it's not all bad. It is a fun little game. I did enjoy it. I enjoyed like feeding all the dogs different things, including their poo, getting them to dig around the room and stuff like that to unlock and find items which can then be used in the room, like you can grow plants and toys and stuff like that you can get. And like in that sense, it's pretty good. Like there's over 50 items to unlock just from progressing by like doing everything to edit your surroundings and stuff like that. But I really enjoyed what I've played of it. Now, it's one of those games you'll keep going back to now and again, and you probably play for like half an hour at a time. It does get a little repetitive if you're playing it for a long time, but it does have a bit of humour into it, especially with like how the dogs walk and stuff like that, and look, and how like you get this giant stone dog that helps them breed and stuff. It's very silly, but it's fun, and I do feel like it could have just done with a little bit more hand holding to get you started, basically. But overall, fun little sort of Tamagotchi pet raising esque game. Like I say, you can, like I say, expand on your space and stuff like that, and the amount of dogs you can get as you go. So you start off small and you slowly build it up with more items and sort of environment things they can play with, more foods to eat to then mutate more. Can't complain at that, and some of the achievements are pretty straightforward as well. Now the game is priced at £15.99, and it is single player. So check that out, it's available right now from publisher Secret Mode. But that's that for this video, guys. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, hit that like button, hit subscribe, and we'll see you soon for more gaming content. Bye for now.